Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got an order of reptiles in today. Actually, this is going to be 3 videos. I'm going to tack a bunch of stuff all onto this video because I'm behind from last week. So we'll start with this one. We got some cool stuff in. Oh, by the way, look in the background. I'll tell you more about it later. First thing out of the box, we have a baby ball python. This is what do they call it? Ivory, that's what they call it. Really pretty. Kind of a yellow, white, very pretty. Looks a little bit in blue, so I won't go messing with her. Is it a female or a male? Yeah, it's a female. So pretty little ivory python. Very cute. Ivory ball python, that is. Next thing up, we've got a lizard. I haven't got a lot of experience with these, but super cool. They're called a Chinese garden lizard or a Vietnamese tree collet, or they're called a bloodsucker. They don't actually suck blood. I don't think anybody knows why they call them that. A really neat little lizard. Kind of the Asian version of like a fence lizard, except for they're more tropical than a fence lizard is here. Let's see, Chinese water dragon, pretty good sized little dude. This order came in just a little on the cold side, so we need to get everybody warmed up. Having a little bit of trouble with heat packs not activating, so hopefully we'll have a conversation with our supplier about that. This is a super cool dude. We had one of these earlier. This is a neotropical green anole. Very bright green in the cup, but they'll go everything from all gray to all green or mottled in between. Very, very pretty little lizard. You know, about 3 times the size of a regular green anole. Let's see, next up we have some frogs. Red-eyed tree frogs come in nice and bright. Big, bright eyes. So we got 3-pack of those guys. It's a trio. And more frogs. We got in some Asian toads. I absolutely love Asian toads. They're where they got that the sculpture that you see that they run the stick on the back and it makes it croak. That's where they got the ideas. These guys. They're very common throughout Asia. Very cool, robust, large toad, and pretty easy to keep in general. And got this guy. This is a leopard frog. This is a frog's frog. Big old pointy nose on him. Let's see if we can see him without letting him jump out. No frogs on the floor today. There he is. Super fun frog. That's like every kid should have a leopard frog at some point in their life. Let's see. Cups of geckos. These are crested gecko babies. Got in a whole bunch of. They're flame crested, but they're kind of mixed more flame crested. See, some of those got a little bit of Dalmatian spots. A little bit of Harlequin look to them too. Nice looking baby crested geckos. Those sure have gotten a little more affordable in the last year, so super good time to pick up baby crested geckos, which are a great beginner pet in my opinion. Easier to keep than a bearded dragon with a lot less space requirements and equipment. Well, I would pop for the let's see if we can get this open. I'd pop for the misting system if I was setting up my crested gecko, which would cost you a couple bucks, but other than that, they're actually really quite great introductory pet. Now this guy is something totally different. That should be a guy, right?
Female.
It's a female? Oh, that's right, we got a guy last week. Oh, big lady. Look how big she is. This is a Cuban false chameleon. We had one in a couple weeks ago, sold it out right away, right after we sold out the male that we had. So we got another male in and then sold, I don't know, we sold like 2 or 3 males. And anyway, right now we've got a little male back there and this great big female just came in. Look how pretty you are. My goodness, honey. I love these guys. They are actually really quite personable. Anoles in general are known for being kind of angry, but the false chameleons actually don't seem to be that way at all. My experience is they're actually really easygoing. Hey, sweetie. That's it for this order today, guys. Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. We have a little tiny box of really cool little tiny critters. We restocked on our isopods today. We've been breeding them, and very successfully, I might add, but we've been selling them faster than we can breed them, so I brought in some more so we don't run low. First thing out of this box, we have Porcilio scabar orange koi. We got a good bunch of those in so that we could cup them out and resell these guys, and also replenish our breeding stock, which is actually doing well. Like I said, we just sell them faster than we can breed them. Next thing out was something we haven't had. Actually, I've seen these ones, but we haven't actually had them for sale. These are giant canyons, the Porcilio dilatatus. Got a big bunch of these guys. We'll hold some of those back to breed, but we'll also offer some of those for sale. Next is a big bunch of, I keep saying this big bunch number because we got a lot of them. These are Porcilio prenusus. Wow. Powder oranges. Powder oranges in a big count so we can share, also replenish our breeding stock that have been doing well, but we've been selling them better than we can breed them. So dairy cows, believe it or not, we have sold out of dairy cows to the point where our breeding colonies are nearly depleted. We brought in enough to be able to share and restock, replenish. And then these guys here, oh man, these are fantastic. We have a breeding colony of these as well. These are the zebras, the Armadillium maculatum. Brought in enough of these guys to be able to share. These are juveniles, but also to be able to give a little bit of break on our breeders, which are producing. We have produced quite a few of those, but not fast enough to keep up with demand. Do I keep saying this enough? You guys want them, we bring them. So we got your isopods. Any isopods you're looking for, let me know. We have great access to great isopods. Hey guys, Matt from the Big River here. Got a lot of stuff to unbox this week. This is our Wednesday edition. We'll have more stuff on Thursday. Hopefully you guys will get something Friday or Saturday to look at. And first thing out of the box, we got reptiles. Well, that's not reptiles, that's reptile food. These are our fruit flies. Got Melanogaster, High-Dye, and Golden High-Dye fruit flies restocked this week. And had some of our others, but as fruit flies will do, sometimes they start flying early on you, and we have to re-up our cultures. So there you go, brand new fruit flies. Other cool stuff coming out of this box. First thing I'm going to grab is this guy. This is a restock on this guy, or reorder. That's a Pipa Pipa. Pipa Pipa is a giant, or a very large aquatic frog. Super cool. I told you guys on the last video about their natural history. It's certainly worth watching a special on that if you can find one. I'm sure there's a couple good ones out there. It's easy to mistake those for the African dwarf frogs because they kind of look like it on the TV, but they're a lot bigger, by a factor of 10 or 20. Staying with frogs, which are not reptiles, I am aware. Here are some itty bitty dart frogs. These are tinks, giant orange tinks, they said. They said 1.5 inches. I'm going to go with 3/4 of an inch, but that's all right. They're cute. We love our dart frogs. Whole bunch of millipedes on this order, complete restock. We got scarlet millipedes. Itty bitty guys. Scarlets are not a giant type of millipede, but they're pretty. We also got bumblebees, which are also a smaller millipede. These guys are all over Florida, apparently. Very cool for your bioactives. Some of the bigger ones, here is Florida ivories. Florida ivory millipedes, obviously from Florida. Nice big guys. Easy to get those mixed up for these guys, but they actually look quite a bit different. These are a smoky ghost. I'm not sure where they're from. Probably Florida. Everything's from Florida, right? Nice group of these guys in today. Also, some more of these guys. These are giant pink-footed ones. Super, super cool. Love my millipedes. Lots of millipedes today. Believe it or not, there's a couple different types we normally have that they didn't have. All right, this guy is fantastic. I say guy, this is a girl. This is a baby green-keeled lizard, but it's a female. I was able to get a fairly decent price for a female green-keeled lizard. Tiny little thing. A little bit skinny in the back legs. We'll make sure that one's doing well before we send it out. But keeled lizards are fantastic. Very smart little critter. Speaking of smart, here's another little guy. This is in the anole family. We've had several of these through now. These are the Cuban false chameleon. They'll do the slow walk like a old world chameleon, but they're not. They are an anole species, obviously from Cuba. And here is our last thing out of this box, not the last reptile this week. This is brown anoles, or the Bahamian anoles. We have a bunch of itty bitty babies, actually 3 different generations of those in the reptile room from previous ones, but there we have some more to offer. Alrighty guys, I'm back. We've got some reptiles and a lot of spiders. See that? I split them up, spiders and reptiles. I know some of you guys don't like sitting through the spiders. Some of you guys wait for the spiders. First thing we're going to do is the reptiles. Got in some baby bearded dragons. Let's see, these are Dunners. Dunners have the funny feet and cool oscillated pattern. Nice size this year's babies or late last year's babies. Got some itty bitty blue bars. That guy's really tiny, but he looks nice and fat. So baby bearded dragons, first of the year. Baby bearded dragons to go with some. We still got some grow outs from late last year. I also got a tomato frog. This is, do I want to look up the species on that? It just says Madagascar. And there's 3 different species. We've had this species before. This is not the one they call the true tomato. Though after they grow up a little bit, they'll get that nice bright red color to them. Very, very cool thing. Look a little more bronze when they're this size or a little bit bigger. All right, let's jump into the spiders. After I tell you we got in mice and rats again today, because we have that for you. Lots and lots of spiders on this order. Very first thing is, let's see if we can stay in order this time and not get that mixed up. Acanthoscurria antilliensis, the Antilles pink patch. Should be a 1/4 inch spider, so a tiny little guy. Next up we have an Acanthoscurria species Moldonensis, Moldondo bird eater. Should be a 1.5 inch spider, so decent. Wow, he's a pretty good size looking little fella. Fella or lady, I couldn't tell you. Somebody was asking me about this guy a little while ago. Amazonius burgessii. That's a ghost tree spider. And that should be a 1/2 inch, so can you find him? Is he in there? Yep. Oh, find him right away. We're getting good at this. Haha. Just asking for trouble. I got a bunch of these because they came available for the first time in a while. These are the Aphenopalma hensei, or the Oklahoma Browns. 1/4 inch spiders. We got 3 of them in stock, so rush down and be the one to get the 3rd one. They usually go out of here pretty quick because they're pretty inexpensive for a really impressive spider that grows relatively quickly. Let's see, next is Naviculara. This is species Peru purple. Got the purpura back there also, but this is species Peru purple. After that, we have a Brachypelma. Yep, that's Oratum, Mexican flame knee. I don't think we've had a flame knee before. Of course, the pictures of the adults is fantastic. This is a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch baby. Next up is Caribbean versicolor. Got a couple of those itty bitty babies, 1/2 inch babies. Antilles pink toe, very, very popular. We get them bigger when we can. They weren't available big, but we did get some small ones. Oh, the darling is next. We have Ceratogrius darlingi, rear horn baboon. Gotta love it. It's called a darling. Chilibrachi's species electric blue. I think we got, supposed to have gotten one last week. We got 2 of the species blue, or Vietnam blue instead of the electric blue. But this is, actually says electric blue on it. Another Chilibrachi's. This is a king kraken, dark earth tiger. That's a restock on that guy. I love the way the scientific name on that is a weird way of speaking king kraken. Chilibrachi species Suraburi, Suraburi earth tiger. 1/2 inch on that guy too. Chromatopelma cyanopubsinsa, Venezuelan green bottle blue. I really butchered that, but the green bottle blues, we've got a big one up there. I think we still have it. Beautiful critter that's actually grown quite a bit since it's been here. But we got in another baby because we haven't had any babies in a while. Sold out of those. A couple of Davus pentarolus. These are the Guatemalan tiger rumps, little guys, just 1/4 inch. We do have a bigger one of those back there as well. Super, super beautiful spider, one of my favorites. Nothing but moss. That was a 1/4 inch spider. This is a Grammostola, the Actium, Brazilian woolly black, 1 inch. Should be a decent sized spider. I like all the Grammostolias, big heavy spiders in general. Brazilian woolly black is great alternative to pulchra, which is definitely one of the most popular ones. A nice size spider, this one. This is a Heteroscodera maculata, ornamental baboon.
I think
so
this is your Dorian.
Uh-oh, did I miss one?
Let's see, was this one?
Where'd we go? You know what, I think I jumped. Go ahead and put those back. Look guys, I made a mistake. Back here you go. Grammostolias are up here. Grammostolia actium, 1 inch. There he is. That's our Grammostolia. You got it going, dude, that's not a Grammostolia. All right. And then after that, we should have the Heteroscodera maculata. Heteroscodia maculata is the ornamental baboon, 3/4 inch spider. Next one after that is a Lysidora Parabana, salmon pink birth eater. We've had a few of these. This is a 1/2 inch one. Very a good sized spider, to say the least. Neolithic Incy Gold, Trinidad Dwarf Gold, 2.5 inch adult female. Wow, big lady. She's beautiful. Let's see, Neolithic Incy Gold. That's, no, Incy, the olive, 1 inch olive, not gold. I can't see it from here, but I can see that you can. Amothymus, or Amothymus, Violacipus, Singapore Blue, that's easier to say, 3/4 inch. Here we have an Ornithoctonini species cow soak. Going to give us a common name on that. That's a 2 inch spider. It says it is. I see nothing but moss, but
Wedged in there.
let's see. Next we have a Promictopus atrichomatus, or red island bird eater. We've had these before. It's supposedly a 2 inch guy in there. Nice big spider. Yes, indeed. And then Formictopus. It's like octopus to me. Auratus, that's Cuban bronze. 1 inch. We've had those before too. Formictopus. Apparently I got a bunch of those this week. This is Cancerites, or Baibi giant. They say 2 inches. That looks like that is not big enough to be. We got off again.
Yeah.
Let's see, where are we at? I should have Formictopus Baibi. There's the 2 incher. Did we get the Cuban bronze in there? That's a pen full of BBs. Cascadia, we haven't got to that one yet. How far back do we gotta go?
I've been doing the names on the top so they can kind of rematch up.
Okay. Well, hey guys, if I really goofed up, you're just seeing moss anyway. Here we're doing the Formictopus species Cascadia, or no, it's Pamphobetes species Cascadia. Now that's where we got off. I missed one when I was reading my list, which got us all goofed up by one. That's a Cascade Giant Bird Eater, which is a 2 inch spider. Nice looking.
Who's next?
Let's see. We went through the Formictopuses. That's the. Is that the Bahia? Braccia ramosa, Malaysian blue femur, 3/4 inch spider. That's a pretty spider. Right, maybe we're back on now. Pteronochilus murinus. That's a Kigoma starburst baboon. That's a DCF if you're following the specifics on those. They come in a lot of different letter after the names. It's color morph and locality on those. Ceracoplema species Darien bird eater.
Oh, you skipped that one.
I did skip another one. What one is that? Stereopletum. Oh, we were mixed up.
Okay,
See,
so
'cause on here-
Darien.
Darian's this one. We had them backwards.
Barry can't
That's 'cause-
organize.
No, that's because I put them back wrong when I screwed up earlier.
Ah.
We're really having fun, aren't we? Okay, the Darien is the bird eater. That's the bigger one. It's 2 inches. And then Calcitratum feather-legged baboon. I've never had that guy either. I thought, you know what? Stromotopelma. Gotta have some of those. All right, jump into this one. We won't mix this one up. That's the Theraposa sturmey, or the Burgundy Goliath bird eater. I've never had one in that was named that, though sometimes when you get in what's supposed to be a blondie, it turns out it's actually a sturmey, especially if they're coming in wild caught. This is a 5 to 6 inch male subadult. Believe it or not, 5 or 6 inches is a subadult, but that's because they're the giant Theraposas. Super cool spider. Okay, Telecotyle ablopilosus, curly hair. Easier to say curly hair. Let's see, this should be a 2 inch guy. And then Telecotyle Brachypelma, used to be Brachypelma, Kalingbergi. That's a Veracruz red rump. I like all the red rumps. All the telecotyls in general are such a beautiful spider. Brought in this one just because I could, and that is our spider order. As much rearranging and mix matching and getting them named wrong, we will have the stock list as always. And I'm back. I teased you guys about telling you what we're doing with this project, and then I just walked away. What we have here is a new stand that we're constructing for a custom-built tank that I purchased. It's a huge acrylic tank for my female stingray. She's going to come down and join us as soon as we get this display up and running. Hoping to get that here this week. So along with the saltwater project that we're still in the middle of, we got another great big huge display that we're putting out here. Come down, check it out, guys.